DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
So we've all seen Santander's annoyingly great cashback thingy.
And sure, getting cashback's really handy right now.
They've got cash back.
We're gonna fight back.
Nothing has hit us harder than Santander's £10 million in cashback. Well, so what are we gonna do?
What do fighters do?
Santander customers get a share of over £10 million in cashback every month.
So what are we gonna do?
Dunno.
Estimated collision in T-minus 10. 9.
Can you confirm satellite collision is imminent?
8. 7. 6. 5.
Now collision avoidance maneuver.
4. 3. 2. 1. Satellite collision averted.
It takes the whole force to protect space. Join us.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill. The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. From the four corners of the world, to the four corners of this ring, the fight starts now!
Touch gloves.
How do you like it?
Off the shoulder.
So aggressive, so focused.
Look at these two guys. Still the undisputed champion of the world.
Hello and welcome. We're coming to you live from the Box Park, Wembley, for the official weigh-in of Jai Opeteia versus Jordan Thompson for the IBF and Ring Magazine World Championships at Cruiserweight. I mean, Darren, the past couple of days, the open workout, the press conference yesterday, it feels like the build-up is just getting more and more and more intense between these two.
Look, this is it. This is sink or swim now. Is Jordan Thompson ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is Jai Opeteia what we think he is? I mean, he's a fantastic fighter. Go and prove it. 15 months out, broken jaw, obviously suffered against Breedis. What a win that was, by the way. I mean, beating the best in the division. So he is now ranked #1. But Jordan Thompson, is it his time?
That's what
Is it his time? Sink or swim? This is what it's all about. It's top-level sport. Am I ready for this?
Yeah.
Well, let's go and find out.
I'll tell you what as well, another fight, I feel like it's just slightly slipping under the radar. Chev Clark and Vasil Duke, right? I saw Chev yesterday when I left the press conference. I saw him outside and I said to him, I was like, how are you feeling for this fight? And Chev's a really nice guy.
Yeah, yeah, lovely.
Really nice guy, really cool personality. We're having a little chat. And then I went to him, yeah, so how you feeling about this Saturday, mate? And his entire persona just changed. It's like he switched into fight mode. And he looked at me steady on, he went, bro, I'm going to smash this guy. And just no games being played. And for me, it just made me think, if he does come through, okay, and now I know it's a big ask of Jordan Thompson, but if Jordan Thompson comes through, we're starting to get this domestic scene heat up more.
Hold on a minute, what, you wearing the promoter hat right now?
I'm trying, mate. Pop it on.
But look, what I will say, 100%, we spoke about a few of it on the card yesterday, a few of the fighters on the card. He's born to fight Chev. He wants to get stuck in. Ducar, we've seen how dangerous he can be. Look, he's got 10 KOs from his wins. From his 14 wins, he's got 10 KOs. The guy can punch. He's dangerous. He's dangerous until the end. We see that against Jordan Thompson. So, look, it's what cruiserweight fight is going to be the better out of the two. It's flip of a coin.
Here we go, fighters on the screen. I think we're ready to start the weigh-ins. Let's cross over to the legend himself, Mr. David Diamante. Let's get it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Box Park here in Wembley, London, England, for the official weigh-in for our big night of World Championship professional boxing taking place here on Saturday night. That's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, and all the action will go on live around the world exclusively on DAZN. We're sponsored by Betfred, Stagefront, and Forged Irish Stout. It's a wonderful fight card. We got 9 fights on the card, 4 title fights, and 2 world titles. Of course, at the top of the bill, Jai Opeteia versus Jordan Thompson for the IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Championship of the World. So at this time, let's go ahead and bring the fighters up to the stage so they can face the scale and face each other. Our first contest, 6 rounds in the flyweight division. Making her way to the stage at this time with a professional record of 5 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. She fights out of Novara, Piemonte, Italia. Please welcome the little tank, Martina Bernile. And her opponent now making her way to the stage. She is undefeated as a professional. 4 fights, 4 victories. Here's the 6-time national champion fighting out of Eltham, London, England, Maisie Rose. Now to the scale, Martina Bernile. £113, 1 ounce for the little tank, Martina Bernile. And now to the scale, the undefeated Maisie Rose. $114.2 from Maisie Rose. 114.2 for Maisie Rose.
Well, there we go. Everyone's happy. Weight made. Maisie Rose, obviously, taking on a former opponent of Shannon Ryan here. I mean, this is another opportunity to prove something good for the sport, right?
And I think there's a little bit of pressure. You said about Shannon Ryan there. Looked unbelievable, by the way, against Bernile. I was very impressed.
So back in June.
Yeah, Sonny Edwards undercard. Really, really good fight. She showed us an awful lot. So Maisie Rose now will try and, you know, better that, if you like. Bernile, she's tough, she's aggressive, but I've been very, very impressed with Maisie. She's a very good fighter. She loves it.
Rose, Martina Bernile, 6 rounds flyweights, Matchroom Boxing live on DAZN from London, England.
A lot of confidence there from Maisie as well.
Yeah, she loves it, honestly. She loves to fight. So no doubt she'll be eager to put on a very good performance.
All of her stablemates on the card as well. Yeah, all of her stablemates on the card as well, which, you know, everyone's going to want to prove a point. And like we say, at the top of the bill, it must feel like such a thing. When we spoke to Jordan yesterday, how does it feel to be top in the bill with all your stablemates coming through and you've got a chance at glory? Is it pressure or does it feel good? And he's saying it feels good. So
yeah, cool. And then on the flip side, they're going to be buzzing off it, thinking, that's where I want to be. I want to be fighting for a world title.
Love that. Let's head back over to David.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 8 rounds in the super flyweight division. Now making her way to the stage with a professional record of 11 wins, 6 defeats, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. She fights out of Romania. Please welcome Xenia Jerniak. And now making her way to the stage with a perfect professional record, 5 fights, 5 victories, fighting out of Watford, England, Shannon Chaos Ryan. Now to the scale, Xenia Jerniak. $113, 7 ounces, 113.7 for Xenia Jerniak. And out of the scale, the undefeated Shannon Chaos Ryan. $115.1 for Shannon Chaos Ryan, 115.1.
Just look at Shannon. She looks like a little powerhouse, right? Looks like she's ready to get in there and do damage.
You said it yesterday, pocket rocket. I mean, that's the best way to describe her. Her variation's brilliant. She packs a punch, and look, I'm going to say this is very early, but I think she really does take some beating.
Yeah.
Honestly, she's so talented. she's so switched on. She's mature in her approach. You speak to her, she's always listening, trying to improve, and that's the sign of a fighter that wants to go all the way. And look, with the ability that she has, I wouldn't bet against that. She's a very good fighter.
I don't know if you've seen what I've just dropped there, Darren, but I think it's
my... 8-round super flyweights matchroom boxing live on DAZN from London, England.
Yeah, I just dropped my promoter hat, so I'm going to pop that back on one more time, Darren, and say Shannon Bryan, Maisie Rose Courtney one day in the future. You never know. You never know. You never know.
You never know in this game, and we've seen it in the female version of this sport. It's we've seen some brilliant matchups. You know, they go up and down in weights, and it's made for brilliant action. The fights are fantastic.
Can't wait. Back over to David. Oh, still waiting for a couple more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official weigh continues. Our next contest, 4 rounds in the lightweight division. Now making his way to the stage with a professional record of 8 wins, 15 defeats, 4 draws, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Cali, Colombia. Please welcome the White Wolf, Joshua Ocampo. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His young professional record thus far perfect. 1 fight, 1 victory, and that victory came by way of knockout. Fighting out of Birmingham, England, here is the 4-time amateur national champion, Ibrahim Spider Suleiman. Now to the scale, Joshua Ocampo. 133.6 for the White Wolf, 133.6 for Joshua Ocampo. And now to the scale, Ibrahim Spider Suleiman. $135.8 for Spider, 135.8 for Ibrahim Suleiman.
Is there a lot of pressure on Spider, do you think, this time, Darren, after such a crazy debut out in Birmingham?
Maybe, but I've just seen him just before we went live, and I just said to him, what a fantastic performance on your debut, so I want to follow that up and do exactly the same again. He's hungry to impress, he's hungry to succeed, and with the style that he's got, he's all action, he's well backed. There's no reason why he can't have a very, very exciting career as a professional boxer.
Ibrahim Suleiman, Joshua Ocampo, 4 rounds lightweight, matchroom boxing live on DAZN from London, England.
It's definitely a step up for Ibrahim. You know, I believe Joshua Ocampo, he fought Jordan Flynn last year, went all the way. So yeah, it's a step up. It'll be good to see. You know, you start blasting people out early doors in your career. I suppose I'm not a fighter myself. It can give you a full sense of confidence. You lean into that kind of thing. It'll be nice to see a different variation and, you know, maybe get some rounds in this time.
Yeah, look, the most important thing is you want that confidence. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, but he's working hard in the gym. Again, similar to Shannon Bryan, who we mentioned, he's eager to take on more information, and that's what you want to hear from a young fighter. So yeah, he's got a very bright future in front of him.
There we go, off to the next fight.
Our next contest, 6 rounds in the middleweight division. Now making its way to the stage, his professional record, 14 victories, 8 defeats, 3 draws, with 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Budapest, Hungary, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Kishpapo Kramer. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His professional record thus far perfect, 4 fights, 4 victories, 3 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the 4-time amateur national champion, known as the Billericay Bomber, George George Liddard. Now the scale, Kish Papo, Peter Kramer. 160 pounds, 5 ounces for Peter Kramer. 160.5 for Kish Papo. And now to the scale, the undefeated Billericay bomber, George Liddard. 162.6 for George Liddard. 162.6 for the Billericay bomber.
I mean, a definite step up for George Liddard here. I mean, we've seen Peter Kramer being with the likes of Josh Kelly, for example. Admittedly, that was a stoppage, but this will be good. You know, he's going to be looking to upset George Liddard. He's up there. You can tell he's having fun. He's full of confidence. How's it going to go for him?
Look, he's a very good fighter. His work ethic is all been spoken about in the Tony Sims gym.
Liddard v. Kramer, 6 rounds, middleweights. Matchroom Boxing live on DAZN from London, England.
And the hard work's paying off. He's a very good fighter, very compact, brilliant variation, good body puncher, and he's spiteful.
Proving his name, 4 wins, 3 knockouts, the Billericay bomber. There he is. There he is. Not a nice fun fact for you, Dan. I'm going to score in Billericay, so I like George even more now. Yeah. Bit of, no one cares, but I thought I'd let you know anyway.
I like it. I like it.
How far do you think George can go?
Yeah, look, he's in a great gym. Look, when you're sparring with the likes of John Ryder, Craig Richards, week in, week out, you know, it's only going to bring you on. Very good fighter, so a brilliant career in front of him.
Here we go. Further up the card, let's move on to the next fight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to weigh in the first of our 2 world title bouts of the evening, as Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing is proud to present 10 rounds for the IBF Bantamweight Championship of the World. Now making her way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. Her professional record, 20 victories, 8 defeats. She has 1 win coming by way of knockout. Peleando fuera Trenque Logan, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Please welcome Laura La Rocha Grifa. And now making her way to the stage, the defending world champion, perfect professional record, 7 fights, 7 victories, fighting out of Catford, London, England. Here is the reigning, defending, and undefeated IBF Bantamweight champion of the world, Ellie Scotney. Now the scale, Laura Grifa. 120.5 to the challenger, Laura Grifa. And now to the scale, the defending world champion, Ellie Scotney. 121.6 for the defending super bantamweight champion of the world. 121.6 for Ellie Scotney.
Well, there we go. First defence of our IBF title there, Darren. How do you think the pressure's going to be for her on Saturday night?
Nah, look, this is what she loves to do. She buzzes off of it. You can see the smile. We've seen smiles all week. She's a proud owner of that IBF title, and she wants to hold on to it. She wants to unify this division. She's Look, it seems like I've said this throughout the card about they're born to fight. Some people are, some people have been forced into it, some people don't want to do it, but they're good at it. Ellie is somebody, not only is she good at it, she wants to do it. She's born to do this. This is what she was put on this planet to do, and I've been impressed with her. She progressed nicely as a pro, and she fulfilled the dream of becoming a world champion. And I feel she will only go from strength to strength. That will give her a new sort of self-belief that she probably didn't even know that she had. So really, really looking forward to this one. I expect an Ellie Scotney masterclass.
Ellie Scotney, Laura Grifa, 10 rounds for the IBF Junior Featherweight Championship of the World. Matchroom Boxing, live on the zone from London, England.
I think one thing that we do all love about the women's divisions as fans of boxing is that fights get made. You see unifications, you see undisputed. There's no hanging about. And maybe it's because there's not as many politics. There's not the depth of the divisions there for people to sort of manoeuvre around it. But do you think Ellie Scotney can go all the way and achieve those dreams of becoming undisputed, moving up in weights?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I know there isn't quite the depth that the male version has. But we could take a leaf, the males could take a leaf out of the women's game and just get in there, fight everybody. I know politics plays a big part, but look, back to Ellie, she's a brilliant fighter, and I've no doubt that she can really push on and capture more world titles.
Do you think that, you know, maybe not, we're not sure of the, well, of course there's going to be levels in this fight, you know, Ellie Scotney's a world champion, but her coach is going back and forth between cards. Of course, she's got Caroline Dubois headlining another card. Do you think that's ever going to cause a little bit of uneasiness in camp, in preparation, in mindset, or do you think Ellie Scotney's going to go in there and do her thing?
It could play a small part, but they're ultra professional in that gym. They understand logistically things aren't always going to work out. So yeah, it won't be phased. They won't be phased because they're doing what they love to do.
There we go. Let's move on to the next fight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to weigh in our next contest as they go 10 rounds for the vacant European Lightweight Championship. Now making her way to the stage, her professional record, 16 victories, 1 defeat with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. She fights out of Oslo, Norway. Please welcome Katarina Tanders. Tanders. And now making her way to the stage, a professional record, a perfect one, 8 fights, 8 victories with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Warrington, England. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rihanna Dixon. Out the scale, Katarina Tanders. $134, 2 ounces for Katarina Tanders, 134.2. And now to the scale, the undefeated Rihanna Dixon. $134.4 for Rihanna Dixon. 134.4 for the undefeated Rihanna Dixon.
Darren, how are we feeling about Rihanna Dixon here? Because this is a step up.
This is exactly what it is. It's a step up. Banders has been around. She's been in with some very good fighters. She's a very good fighter herself. Busy. She's all action. She's a good tactician. Brilliant ring IQ. Rihanna Dixon, kind of learning on the job, if you like, but she's got that man there who knows this sport inside out, Andy Crolla, guiding her and really improving her with every fight. And that's what's on the line, the European title.
Dixon v. Tanders, 10 rounds for the vacant European Lightweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing, live on DAZN from London, England.
There you go. Sanders have only been defeated once by Terry Harper. I believe that was last year. I think that was a late stoppage for her as well. But apart from that, you know, she's operated at a higher level. You've got to say, you know, a wealth of experience there. But that European title was a real gateway to bigger fights for Rhiannon, right?
Absolutely, it's a great title to hold. One that Rhiannon could be very proud of if she was to win. It's a tough fight. It is a tough fight, but one I'm really looking forward to.
There we go. Let's move on to the next fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest, 4 rounds in the middleweight division. Now making his way to the stage, his young undefeated record, 1 fight, 1 victory. Fighting out of Besvina, Poland, please welcome Bartłomiej Striczek. And his opponent now making his way to the stage for the very first time as a professional. A Saturday night, he'll be turning over in his much anticipated professional debut. Proudly fighting out of Brentwood, Essex, England, here is the 4-time national champion and the GB Elite 3 Nations champion, Jimmy Sains. Now to sale, Bartłomiej Striczek. $162, bang on for Bartłomiej Striczek. 162, bang on. And now to the scale for the very first time as a professional, Jimmy Sains. 162.3 for the young charge from Brentwood, Essex, England.
Darren, I've got to ask, mate, is there a lot of pressure? Because he's not just, Jimmy Sains isn't just debuting, he's debuting with a massive amount of amateur pedigree that everybody's expecting him to go in there and do something special.
Yeah, there is. But I think all these fighters buzz off it. If there's pressure on you, it means you're obviously doing something right in the past. You know, you're obviously a very good fighter. George Liddard would have been sparring with Jimmy Sains and John Ryder, Craig Richards. It's what he needs. I mean, this is kind of a long time coming, if you like, for Jimmy Sains. Been working with Tony Sin for about 3 years now, so he'll be so eager for that first bell to sound and get to business. About 600 people, I think, are coming from Essex, so expect the roof to come off the place.
Sains v. Striczek, 4 rounds, middleweight matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from London, England.
$600 tickets sold for your debut. No wonder he's so high up the card. You know, there's all those tickets sold, all that amateur pedigree. I mean, you've got to be expecting something special. I'm very, very excited about this one.
Yeah, so am I, Jordan. Very good fighter. A lot of potential to go a long way. Big fan.
And another one from the Matchroom Gym. It's going to be a very, very busy night for Tony Sims. back and forth.
He's going to lose a few pounds on the night.
Like he hasn't got a world title at the top of the bill as well.
Yeah, exactly that.
Which I'm very excited for. I've been seeing Jai Opeteia walking around with that same intensity that he's had all week.
No nonsense. Absolutely
nonsense.
no nonsense. He's just like I say, he just wants to get in there. So does this man by the looks of it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's head back over to David and check out what's happening.
It's now time to weigh in the chief support of the evening as Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing is proud to present 10 rounds for the vacant IBF International Cruiserweight Championship. Now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 14 victories, 6 defeats, 2 draws, with 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Praha, Czech Republic, please welcome Vasil Dutsar. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, his professional record, a perfect one. 6 fights, 6 victories, with 5 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Gravesend, Kent, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Big Chef, Siobhan C4 Carr. Now to scale, Vasil Dutsar. 199.4 from Basil Dutsar, 199.4. And out of the scale, the undefeated C4, Siobhan C4 Clark. $198.3 for Siobhan Clark, 198.3 for the undefeated C4.
Don't blink, George. Do not blink on this one.
I cannot wait. It's so funny to see Chev Clark walking around. He's dancing, he's having fun, he's ready to go, he's so relaxed. But when I was chatting to him about the fight, like I said earlier, there's that switch, and you're just like...
Just a quick mention to Ducar as well. Look, you can see there, he keeps himself in shape all the time. He's not one of these fighters that just makes the weight and then blows up. You can see that's why he's such a dangerous fighter. That's why he's tested so many good fighters out there. He's a danger man, don't get me wrong.
Siobhan Clark, Basil Dutsar, 10 rounds for the vacant IBF International Cruiserweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing, live on DAZN from London, England.
There you go for the IBF International title as well. Like you said, Darren, don't blink. It's going to be something a little bit special, I think, for Chief Support there.
Yeah. This man brings the action. He brings the fire. Some really good learning fights for Chev recently, which would have done his progression as a pro the world of good. The Israel Dufas fight, really tricky customer, and he dealt with him. And it's all about this man here, sink or swim. Is it too early? Is he ready? Will the power be too much for Opeteia? Will the class of Opeteia be too much? So many questions.
He's looking good though, he's looking relaxed, he's looking healthy at the weight. I'm excited to see how this all goes down, to be fair, man. Really exciting stuff. There we go, we're heading over to David right now for the main event.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here today to Box Park, Wembley, London, England, for the official weigh-in for our big night of World Championship Professional Boxing taking place here on Saturday night. And it's now time to weigh in the main event of the evening, as Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, in association with DAZN Fighters, are proud to present 12 rounds for the IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Championship of the World. And now making his way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. His professional record, a perfect one. 15 fights, 15 victories, with 12 of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Saturday night, he makes his first attempt at a world title. Here is the reigning and undefeated IBF European Cruiserweight Champion, known as the practitioner of artistic violence, Jordan Troublesome Thompson. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, he is the defending world champion. He's a southpaw with a perfect professional record, 22 fights, 22 victories, with 17 big wins coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he'll be making his main defense of his world title, fighting out of the central coast of New South Wales, Australia. Please welcome the 2012 Olympian and the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF Cruiserweight and Ring Magazine Champion of the World, Jai Opeteia. Now to the scale, the challenger, Jordan Troublesome Thompson. $198.9 for the challenger, Jordan Thompson, 198.9. And now to the scale, the undefeated world champion, Jai Opeteia. 198.6 for Jai Opeteia, 198.6 for the defending world champion.
Darren, I don't think we can expect anything apart from fireworks tomorrow night.
Just so much on the line, Jordan. So much on the line. Cannot wait. Just no-nonsense attitude from Opeteia. And you can see a confident nod of the head. Jordan Thompson there really, really believes this is his time.
Some shape on him as well. I mean, he's really coming well for this.
He's a huge cruiserweight, he really is. Not long to wait now. We have a fight, Jude. IBF Cruiserweight World title on the line. So many questions. I cannot wait to be answered Saturday night.
There we go. It is literally electric in here for this.
Jai Opeteia, Jordan Thompson, 12 rounds for the IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Matchroom Boxing in association with Tasman Fighters, live on the DAZN from London, England.
There we go.
It has the energy of one of the big fights. You know, I've been around this game a long time, done a lot of shows, and you can really feel it. Feel the tension, the energy, the anticipation around a big fight, and that's exactly what I felt just then.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Will the size, the height, the reach of Jordan Thompson, can he use that to his advantage? We've seen Jai Opeteia, even when he fought Raiders, that sitting on the chest, those overhand looping shots that he loves to use. Will that all come into play? Will the skill with Jai Opeteia be too much? Can Jordan Thompson do it? What's the game plan?
These are all the questions, Jordan, that I can't wait to be answered. So much on the line, so many ponderables. It's brilliant. And here we have the promoter, Eddie Hearn. Ed, I was saying, like, we've done this a long time now, and you can really feel the energy and the tension around a big fight. That's exactly what we got there.
This fight started off, let's be honest, right? Jai Opeteia, the best cruiserweight in the world, IBF Ring Magazine champion, fairly low profile. Jordan Thompson, really coming from nowhere, hasn't had the fights that would suggest he's ready for the #1 in the division. But as this fight's got closer, as you've seen these two giants and athletes come together, it's got bigger and bigger and bigger. And honestly, standing up there, I felt like this is a massive fight, right? Jordan Thompson, how this man makes cruiserweight. I mean, he came in a pound under.
The shape.
You know, I saw him come in, I thought, oh, does he look a bit tight? And he's like, he's absolutely massive. I mean, I saw you say yesterday, we're big, I'm 6'5", you're 6'6". He's like 3 or 4 inches taller than me. Yeah. He's a giant. And Opeteia is a lunatic. You look into this guy's eyes and
nonsense.
Mate, honestly, this is such a good fight. Such a good fight.
Look,
and so many unknowns.
That's exactly what, and I can't wait for those to be answered tomorrow night. This has obviously come out of nowhere as far as Jordan Thompson's concerned. And the big question is he ready? How many fights, in an ideal world, how many fights do you think this has come early?
I mean, the truth is you never know if you're ready till that time comes. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And if you have the ability, if you're special, you're ready. You're ready when the opportunity comes. In an ideal world, when you're progressing a fighter, you always want to make sure you move through the levels and there's not a big gap between when you take that leap. The reality is there's a huge gap between that leap for Jordan Thompson. He's gone from Vasyl Ducar to Jai Opeteia. And Vasyl Ducar's a good fighter. I mean, he's in great shape. That's going to be a great fight with Shev, but he's nowhere near elite world level. So unless you're special, unless you have the talent, you only find out when you make that leap, you know. We always find ourselves sometimes talking about you a lot on this show, Darren. But remember when you boxed Sergio Martinez, like we all believed that you could win that. We knew it was a big task, but it's only when you've done great, but it's only when you get in there. And sometimes it's that fight that prepares you for what's to come. So this could be a fight for Jordan Thompson, if he doesn't win, that actually guides him to the right time in his life.
And the question as well, have you got Opeteia at the right time? 15 months out of the ring, suffered a broken jaw. He's in with a big puncher. Could that play a big part?
Yeah, I mean, and he's coming to London. I mean, like, we're a bit spoiled this day with boxing, where you've got the #1 in the division coming to London to fight an unbeaten Brit. Like, and it's actually like a reasonable size show, not a big show. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a massive opportunity for a British fighter. And the thing is with Jordan Thompson, you don't, when you're guiding a fighter's career, when an opportunity like this comes, you don't roll the dice unless one, you roll the dice for the jackpot, or one, you roll the dice because you believe you can land a 6. Do you know what I mean? And that's with Jordan. Jordan's got power. Jordan's got speed. If Opeteia rushes onto Thompson and he lets that right hand go and he lands it, this fight is over. Over. If Opeteia gets on Jordan Thompson's chest and starts wearing him down early in the fight, and we get to 5-6 rounds, and Jordan hasn't put a dent in him or hasn't hurt him, this fight could also be over. At any moment in this fight, both guys could turn the other fighter's lights out. Both guys could be. I wouldn't be surprised at all if both fighters hit the deck in this fight. Like, I think it's going to be electric, spiteful, sharp punching. And it's a great example to the cruiserweight division, which actually is a division that doesn't always get the plaudits, the excitement. But they're like small, explosive heavyweights. Like, Jordan Thompson's just weighed in there. There is no way that Jordan Thompson couldn't weigh 16 stone, 16 and a half stone as a big heavyweight. And that might be the future for him. But tomorrow night, he could win the IBF and Ring Magazine world titles. Like, it's mad. And like this guy, he's fighting to be ranked in the IBF. Next, it could be Jordan Thompson against Shev for the world title, for the Ring Magazine title.
Darren was taking a mick at me earlier, saying I have my promoter hat on. But I said, should it happen, you know, it's a big ask for Jordan Thompson. Should he beat Jai Opeteia and then Shev Clark comes through as well? We're looking at a big domestic bust-up that can happen out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, I love it because you've got a guy who's had, what, 6 fights, is it, Shev, or something like that? You know, and he's continuously stepping up. But again, who knows? Like, it's a mad world. Sometimes as a fighter, you've got to take the opportunities when they come. Some fighters have better backing, you know, better amateur pedigree, so that you can afford to take it a bit slower with them in some respects commercially. And some fighters, like Jordan Thompson's like, you know, Masternak's bum went, Richard Riakpor's bum went, and Jordan Thompson's bum didn't go. So good luck. You're the one that gets the chance. But I'll tell you what, this Opeteia, you look, you know, and that's why I say this fight's been building, because when I stand up there and I look at these guys in the eyes, I go, oh, you know, and I've been impressed with Jordan Thompson. Hasn't wilted, and he's under pressure, he knows that, and he's in deep, he knows that. But he feels like it's his time, and mentally, I think he's in a great place to take it, you know. And I think sometimes, you know, we know that he's Nam passed recently, and like, they were very close, and sometimes you pull on strength like that to actually feel this is your time. All of that sounds nice, and it's a great story, but if you ain't good enough, you don't win. But if you're good enough, and you have that mental mindset of this is my moment, he's gonna, I tell you, wherever way it goes, Jordan Thompson is going to be a dangerous man in there on Saturday night.
He's going to have moments, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to have the chance.
Tomorrow's obviously going to be a special night. You know, there's a lot of big opportunities for a lot of big fighters there. But Ed, the rest of this schedule for the rest of the year is something special. Right? Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, I did it yesterday, like, and I feel like sometimes we don't actually map it down on a piece of paper and look at everybody else, every other broadcaster, and say, actually, let's be honest, who has the best schedule? That would be a boring game because we'd win every time. But if you actually look at the next few months, it is unbelievable. I mean, Saturday's turned into a really big fight and a good night. Next week is unbelievable. Wood against Warrington. You got Lee Wood from Nottingham, Josh Warrington from Leeds. I said Sheffield yesterday. In Sheffield, two-time world champions. Josh Warrington looking to become a 3-time world champion. We're going to have over 10,000 in there. It's going to be packed out. By the way, let's look at the card, because sometimes we never do it. Cecilia Brackhouse against Terry Harper for the Unified World Championship. Linus Adofi against Kieran Conway for the British middleweight title as well. Cracking fight. Big step up as well for Junaid Boston. Hopi Price against Conor Coghill, good domestic fight. Massive card next week. I'd like to take the credit, actually, for KSI against Tommy Fury. I can't, but that's also coming up on DAZN the week after. The week after that, we fly to Mexico, Cancun, for a brilliant super featherweight title. Rocky Hernandez challenges against O'Shaki Foster for the world title. We stay in that division a week later in Monaco, where Joe Caldina defends his world title. We're about to announce our November 11th card for the UK as well. November the 18th, we're back on the plane to Los Angeles. We've got Diego Pacheco making his hometown headline after headlining in Mexico and England. Also, look out on that card for Maylene Rivas against Erica Cruz. Announced that last night for the world title. Great fight. The week after that, who can forget, we're in Dublin. Chantel Cameron against Katie Taylor for the undisputed world championships. Epic fight, legacy on the line, every belt in the division on the line. December 2nd will also be a Matchroom show to be announced soon. December 9th, we're over in the Golden Gate in San Francisco for one of the fights of the year. Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight world champion, against Regis Prograde, 140-pound WBC champion. Devin looking to become a two-time world champion. And we stay in America, actually, because we poodle down to Phoenix for Sonny Edwards against Bam Rodriguez for the unified flyweight title. Probably back-to-back two of the best fights.
We've got to take him to the casino.
By the way, we'll probably throw in December 23 as well well, stick in Ben Eubank and maybe even AJ on a card as well. We'll just round it off in style. But
You've got to drop the mic.
You know.
Why not? Well, you mentioned he's off. We said Haiti Progress. Let's take a look at it. It's something special.
Let me see. He can hear me? I gotta step on you. I gotta crush you. You in my way.
I'm breaking you down, bro. I'm gonna break you down. Break your heart and break your will. I'm gonna take everything from you.
It's levels, and I'm at the highest. I'm at the peak.
You're manufactured. You're not real. You fake.
Just another night for me. Another victim, another body. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep stressing this over and over, bro. I'm gonna hurt you. Really, you're a little boy to me. Everybody that's there, all your people, bro, they gonna see you get knocked out, and I'm gonna knock you out cold. Fuck boxing. This gonna be a massacre.
Regis, I'm coming for you.
I think Eddie's had to go and get himself a drink of water after that. That was
incredible. I mean, you open dictionary, under the word promoter, it'd say Eddie Hearn, wouldn't it?
Mr. Eddie Hearn. Now, of course, tomorrow, though, we've got an incredible schedule coming up, but tomorrow, Jai Opeteia takes on Jordan Thompson for the IBF Cruiserweight and Ring Magazine title. It's going to be something special. You don't want to miss it. The entire card is incredible. Live on DAZN from 4:45, OVO Arena, Wembley. Make sure you're there. We'll see you tomorrow.
Violence. 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 Back to me.
You've got to respect the art of boxing. You can't have violence without the art. This is the biggest battle that it's been for me, between me and myself. It's me and the man in the mirror. By any means necessary, and the new.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
So we've all seen Santander's annoyingly great cashback thingy.
And sure, getting cashback's really handy right now.
They've got cash back.
We're gonna fight back.
Nothing has hit us harder than Santander's £10 million in cashback. Well, so what are we